This is to show the permafrost specifically from this map that specifically shows the permafrost regions. There's Greenland, and there's Greenland for orientation, and this is Canada here, Alaska there, and all of this is Siberia, and all the purple that you're seeing is permafrost. Bring your attention to this very, very dark heated region here, which is very interesting because that's the Barents Sea. And a paper has just been published that finds that the Barents Sea region of the Arctic is heating up 5 to 7 times the Arctic average. And you can see how much heat is in the Arctic here. And the Arctic is warming up 3 times at least the global average temperature increase now. So, of course, the significance of the permafrost is all of the vast amounts of carbon, frozen carbon until recently, permafrost. The permafrost in total holds more than double the atmospheric carbon. It's an enormous, enormous amount. So if we look at Canada here, all of this region in northern Canada, which is heating up very, very fast, this is permafrost as well as peat-rich wetlands, which they are vast in northern Canada. And their source of feedback emissions, methane, carbon dioxide, and nitrous oxide. And the same applies to Siberia. The permafrost temperature is rising rapidly, and that's the permafrost everywhere. And the permafrost, of course, is thawing. And it's thawing much faster than anybody anticipated. And thawing permafrost is already emitting, again, the 3 big greenhouse gases, methane, carbon dioxide, and nitrous oxide. And these are feedback emissions, and the longer global warming continues, and of course the more the global temperature increases, then the more permafrost will thaw, and the more feedback emissions will be released, and that will drive up global warming even faster. The reason why the Arctic, and you probably know, the reason why the Arctic is heating up so fast is that is due to the Arctic sea ice. The Arctic sea ice is progressively losing extent. It's shrinking as well as its volume is shrinking, but where it loses its extent, that exerts a feedback. So instead of the shiny white Arctic sea ice reflecting all the solar energy away, where the Arctic Ocean is open in the summer, instead of reflecting solar energy away, solar energy is absorbed by the dark open ocean. It's absorbed as heat. So that's called the Arctic sea ice feedback, and the more Arctic is melted away, then the more feedback there is, and the more the Arctic temperature is increased, and that's called Arctic amplification. Here we are then looking down over the Arctic, and here we are today. That's the Arctic sea ice there, and there's Greenland, and this is 1.5 degrees C warming. You can make out Greenland again there, and this is 2 degrees C, and there again is Greenland for your orientation. So you see this huge difference that I've already pointed out of Arctic heating compared to 1 degree C. It's absolutely huge. And there's another huge increase in Arctic heating, Arctic amplified heating at 2 degrees C. There's North America again. See the huge difference between today and 1.5 C, and another huge difference, 2 C. There is Asia. You can just make out Eastern Europe to the far left. And all of that super dark region is Siberian permafrost. Enormous. This Arctic view then of amplified Arctic heating at 1.5 degrees C and at 2 degrees C, this is why the Arctic has long been referred to as a carbon bomb. The fuse has been well and truly lit on this carbon bomb by industrial civilizations, global warming greenhouse gas emissions, and those emissions right now are increasing, and they're increasing faster than ever. And this continued can only lead to a planetary catastrophe, an end of the world effect of global warming, with the thawing permafrost releasing increasing amounts of all 3 greenhouse gases, not only methane, a lot more carbon dioxide than anybody anticipated, and also nitrous oxide. Continuing to emit greenhouse gases and continue to burn fossil fuels is absolute madness. It's completely insane. The crime of all time, and manifestly the greatest evil ever imaginable. The continuing emission of fossil fuel and other industrial greenhouse gases is only a road to annihilation, the end of us and the end of most life on Earth.